Hi, welcome to Pilates. My name is Sue. We're going to get started on the mat. Today, we're going to try to do the whole intermediate mat workout today without taking that much breaks in between. I'm going to show you the modifications too, so if you're not quite ready for some of the exercises, just stick with the easier version, or you can go back to one of the other exercises. So let's go ahead and take a seat on our mat. We'll sit up nice and tall just to lift out of that waist, lift up onto those hip bones, and try not to sink down into that. We're trying to lengthen that spine as much as we can, and then pull that pelvis, just getting that lower back warmed up. So notice I'm not leaning, I'm trying to roll, opening up this lower back, and then come back up. I like to think of a dial right at my hips, and I'm rolling the hips under, and then coming back up. Let's take them all the way down to the ground, trying to get this lower back to touch before anything else moves down. And laying back down. Pull one leg in with your belly, scoop that belly, pull the other leg in. Let's go ahead and peek up, make sure we've got that nice neutral pelvis so we're not tucking at that tailbone. We're gonna open that chest up, reach those arms long, curl it up, and start our 100. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale out, 2, 3, 4, 5, inhale. Keep going, inhale in for 5, exhale out for 5. You can always lower that head. Sometimes that makes us get a little bit deeper in the lower abs. For me, it's actually harder to do it at the low with my head down because my lower abs don't ever want to help out. They just want to rely on the top part of my abdominals. You can always extend out further, reach out of those hips, feel that wrap around, those heels are squeezing together, and our ribs pull back in opposition. We're going to do 3 more. Inhale, and exhale, inhale, and exhale, last one. Keep pulling those shoulders open, and then bring it back in, drop that head. We can keep our knees bent, or you can extend them all the way along. Our heels will be squeezed together, the whole foot will be pulled back. Reach those arms back only as far as those ribs can stay in contact. And we're going to peel up one bone, pausing there. Then peel up another bone. Shoulders keep pulling down, then pull up another, another, another. Feel where you're tight. This is right where I'm going to skip bones. So try to control not to skip and take it all the way forward. Lifting out of that back and then pulling back like a hook. Hooked you around your waist, and it's going to lower you down. And then come back up, exhale. Always remember your options. You can walk up those legs, straight and stretch, and then really focus on this way down. We're going to stop when that first bone is on that ground. Pull those shoulders down, and then go down one more bone. My hip bones are rolling up, the next bone, all the way down. We'll do 3 more. And nice and slow these at your own pace. And control, try not to skip those bones. 2 more times. And then bring it. Arms all the way down by your sides. We're going to bring that right leg up, straight up to the ceiling. Find that space. Take it across your body, down, around, and belly pulls it up. Think about 2 pulls going right through those hip bones. Nothing can move other than that leg. It's like it's out of the socket moving. Last one this direction. And reverse it. Belly lifts it up. Opening that chest. And then take that leg down, switch to the other leg. The support leg is pressed in. Push that hip away, that knee slightly turned out, down, around, and belly lifts it up. And reverse. Good. Set it down, reach those arms up. Control, roll it up. Peeling up one bone at a time. And then heels come in. Squeeze them to your bottom as much as you can, and then lengthen out of that back. So we're not trying to make a big rounded shape. We're up nice and tall, and only the tailbone and the top is curved to make that big capital C. And then we're going to take it back 1 inch. Lift that belly to pull yourself up. Go back a little bit further. You can hold it here, or we'll take it to the full roll, to the tips of those shoulder blades, using your belly to lift up, squeezing those heels in. Two more times. Good. And then hold it up. Right hand is on that right ankle, left hand on that right knee, and lower down to right where those ribs can pull into that mat. We'll do single leg stretch. Each leg is reaching out, finding that length in that hip. And then don't let that foot drop. They're all on that same height. Two more. Good, last one each side. Double leg, pull them in, reach them long, and bring it around. Pull those ribs back in opposition. Find the shoulders down your back. And last one. And rest that head down for a second. Tailbone's heavy. Reach those legs up. Try to stretch the knees. Walk your hands up as high as you can get them. Pull that leg in. Pull it in deeper and switch. Pull, pull, switch. Make sure your tailbone's not curling up. One more each. And heels come together. Go ahead and stack your hands behind your head, and you want to lengthen that neck up. You're going to curl it up. Look at that pelvis. Make sure you're not curling. This one's really easy to cheat on. We're going to lower it down for 4 and bring it up for 1 count. And notice how nothing is moving here. If you feel your back, you're going down too low. And the belly should be pulled in. It shouldn't be pushing up. Last 2. And 1 more. Good, lower it down. Elbows stay out nice and wide. We're not going to get them narrow. Push that tailbone down, curl it up. Twist to that right, and your armpit is reaching. Curl up higher and twist. Curl higher, twist, higher. 2 more each side. And last 1 each side. And bring it down. Let's go ahead and come back up to spine stretch forward. Feet are wide. You can bend your knees if you need to, and you're straight up and down. Reach those arms out. Inhale. Get as high as you can, and then exhale. Peel off of this imaginary wall. But this bone right at the opposition of your belly button is pulling back. Your chest is reaching forward and your belly's pulling back. Stack it up tall. I find this to be one of the most challenging exercises. It seems so simple, but I'm trying to lift. I'm opening. I'm lengthening. And then back up one more time. And press it forward. Reach down, grab whatever you can reach. Pull that belly back even further. Shoulders keep pulling down your back. And then we're going to walk these feet in for open leg rocker. So from here, you can extend one leg at a time and just start working on our balance and getting that back of the leg stretched. You can take them both up. Keep planting those shoulders down. You can do that 1 inch roll, which is not easy. This is very challenging not to drop into it. If you want, you can take it to that full roll, lifting back up. Choose whichever action you're working on. We have 3 more. These arms stay straight if you're doing the roll. One more time. Good, hold it up. Squeeze those legs together. You're gonna walk your hands down those thighs. I'm gonna move forward. I was traveling. Walk them down till your head's on the mat. Tailbones are pressed down. I'm gonna have everyone turn their knees out to the sides, find that heel connection. And you're gonna wrap these thighs around to make your glutes work. With your glutes and your inner thighs, try to straighten your knees up as much as you can. And that's about as I can get mine straight, unless I cheat and get out of my glutes. Open that chest, push the backs of the shoulders down. We're gonna take the legs to that right, down around, and pull it up, left side. The ribs aren't gonna come off. They're pulling down for you. One more each direction. Good, bend those knees and then sit back up. We'll go right into saw. Feet are wide, sit up tall. We're gonna have our hands behind your head, twist to the right, and then extend, and then saw that little pinky toe off. This back arm is reaching up, and then stack up tall, twist to that left side, and reach it down, and back up. As we reach forward, that left hip is pulling back in opposition. One more each side. And come back up. Roll onto your belly. Hands go underneath your shoulders. Legs are going to be together, heels together. And then we're trying to get that pinky toe on the ground too. It's really hard. Hands go underneath your shoulders. Now find that ribs off. So feel the difference between pushing your belly into the ground. And now I want to lift my belly and my rib off. And that makes my back nice and long. We're not going to shorten it. Lift that chest forward to lift it up. And then bring it back down. Good. The ribs lift up first to bring the chest up. And then back down. One more time, lift it up, look over that right shoulder, pull the shoulder blades down your back more, nod to that right side, back to center, look over left, nod to that right, back to center, pull that belly up, and push back into child's pose, pulling your belly off your thighs so it's active. Good, come back down onto those elbows. Knuckles are gonna press together. Pick those ribs up again so I'm not relaxing down. I'm up tall. My whole leg is squeezing together. I bring the right leg in, and then with the hamstring, you pull it in deeper. Left leg, pull it in. Then it's really hard to get deeper. Right and left. One more time, right and left. Bring it down. Go onto that right cheek, rest it on the ground. Interlace your index fingers, take it up as high as you can, and relax those elbows down on that side. Those heels squeeze together, knees squeeze together, bring it in. Pull that belly in more, bring it in deeper. Bring it in deeper. Press down, lift that upper back. Turn to the other side. 3 kicks. 1, 2, 3, and up. Don't lift that upper body up till your feet are pressing into that mat. One more time each way. Hold this one up, roll those shoulders back more, and then press it back into that child's pose. Okay, let's flip it around for the neck pull. Feet will be right in line with our hips. The toes pull back, and I want you to push your hamstrings, calves, and heels into that floor. We're going to start with our arms pressing into our sides. You can always come back to walking your hands up your thighs. Bring that chin up, and we're going to peel up one bone at a time. So thinking about the hip bone still rolling up, our belly pulling in, and we have to roll up around it. Hands stacked behind your head. And you're gonna go over a big beach ball, trying to lift at that waist as much as you can. Stack it up tall. Keep lifting out of those sit bones. So I'm not down, I'm lifting, lift as high as I can, and then roll it down one bone at a time. If you can keep your hands behind here, find that tight spot again like we did on that roll up. And stack it up, hinge it back, and bring it down. We have 3 more of these. Go at your own pace. You can always start at the top and just work on this hinge. Lifting up tall, lengthening to come back up. Good, let's do your last one together. Keep lengthening as far as you can and roll it back down. Good, go ahead and sit up with control. And we're gonna do the spine twist. This time your legs will be together. If you have tight hamstrings, just bend your knees is fine. And we wanna make sure you're sitting over your sit bones, not in front of them or behind it. So sitting up tall, lift up tall. We'll put our hands behind our head to start. Open the elbows as wide as you can. We're going to twist towards that right. So head and shoulders, then your rib cage, and then your waist. Pull the left hip back a little bit for a deeper stretch, and then back to center, and then to that left side. Right hip pulls back and center. If you do have a pole, you can take the pole out long, and it makes it a little bit more challenging. And back to center, you can just have your arms out too. Keep them down your back. One more time each. And then the other direction. Good. And then roll onto your back. We're going to put our feet right in line with those sit bones. Arms pressed down, backs of your shoulders. Lift up to a bridge, and then think about these hip bones rolling up more, opening here, and hold it up. Pull my heels to my bottom, and my bottom pulls to my heels, and then control, roll it down. We can stay with that, just working on the bridge portion, or we can add this right leg. You're going to slide it out, lift it up to 90, flex down, point it, bring it back up. The hips don't get a lower with that leg. 2 more times. And just holding the bridge is good too. Pull it back in, control, roll it down. Good, bring it back up. Lift those hips up, reach that left leg long, flex it down, point it up. Last 2. And roll it all the way down. Pull those knees in towards your chest and just roll side to side. Go ahead and turn onto your side. Your body will be at the back of your mat, your head, shoulders, and hips. You can come here or here. Your feet are at the front corner. So the difference between laying here and relaxing and laying here working, I'm pressing this away, and none of this, you can't see, but none of this is on the mat. Both sides are working. When I just relax, I'm just relaxing. So they have to work here. Heel goes to heel, this knee is turned up. Pull this hip as far away from you as you can. Lift it to hip height, swing it forward, swing it back. So when I'm taking it back, I'm not letting everything go. This is still pulling in and up. So it's not a very big range of motion back. My goal is to keep that front heel and pinky on the floor. That will limit your range a little bit more if you do that. You want to pretend like you're actually standing on the floor with that foot. One more time. And then heel goes to heel. Reach that heel longer and then kick it up and back down. This is the one but we don't go as high as we want to because we cheat. So really keeping this long, we're not going to be able to lift it very high. When I let it come up here, then I can bring that leg all the way up. So really low, you're going to feel it just in that small glute muscle. Now circle that ankle for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Reverse it. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Set it down. We're going to do something called hot potato. Flex that top foot. You're going to take it in front, and you're going to tap it 5 times. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Kick it up behind. 1, 2, 3, 5, and then 4s. Up and 4, 3s, 2s, and then 1 and 1 and 1 and 1. Heels together, roll onto your belly. Head goes onto those hands. Pick those ribs up and then in and out, nice and quick for 20. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Switch to the other side. Same thing, you're at the back. Your feet are at that front corner. Bottom heel and pinky toe down. Find that lift. Sweep it forward. Sweep it back. One more. Feel the heel, slide that heel longer, lift it up and down. And then circle, brush those heels together. Each circle is getting further away from you. And reverse. And hot potato, 5 in front. Pick it up, 5 behind. And 4s. 4, 3, 3, 2, and 1, 1, 1, 1, and together. Okay, roll onto your back. We'll do a couple of different teasers. So teasers are always in 3s, and usually you do 3 sets of 3. So we're going to do all 3 sets of 3s this time. I'll start with the easier, working up to harder. Open that chest. The further your feet are away, the easier it is for you to get up. It's going to be really hard in here. I'm going to have you bring your chin to your chest, and just like the roll up, you're peeling one bone up off at a time, reaching up past those knees, lift out of that waist, that chest open, and then curl, roll one bone at a time back. Think about the hip bones as what starts that movement. Rolling back down. One more here. If that's a challenge for you, just stay at that one. The next action is to bring one foot up. And just switch. We're just going to do 3, so you'll be a little bit off, but you can stay at this one for the next one too if you want. Okay, so those are the first 2 actions. You can stay at them. The next one is teaser 1. So heels will be together. Reach those arms long. Send those legs out to that 45. And you're going to curl it up to reach those toes. And then curl it back down. Good. Reach it up. Lengthening out of those hips. So you shouldn't feel those hip flexors holding you up. You're holding up with those abs. And bring it back down. Good, release that neck side to side. We're gonna come sit back up. Hands come to the prayer position. You dive them through and you wanna grab either the ankle or eventually you wanna have your fingers right in line with those toes. If that's really uncomfortable, just come behind those knees. So we're gonna clap, opening at the hips. So my feet aren't doing it, my hips are opening and closing. So 1, 2, 3, and just 1 little inch back, and then come back up, 3 here. Go ahead and keep it here. If you want to do the full roll, we're gonna roll and just pause with our bottom up and come back up. So a lot of times when people do this, they want to take their feet away. Well, you need to keep them, pretend like you're squeezing them towards your bottom, and they have to stay that same distance the whole time, and it makes it a lot harder. 2 more times here. We don't add the clap at the back for a long time until you can keep them tight and find that pause. We'll do 1 more, then you can stand up on this last one, and then bring it all the way to that standing position. Good, heels will come together. Lift all those toes up, spread them apart, and set them down. Good, so you've got that nice, stable position. You can actually do this standing, seated, on a chair, on the ground, on a box. I'm just gonna do mine standing. Bring my arms up, and I'm gonna open them to the side. So I can see my hands in my peripheral vision, but I'm not seeing them very well. And then pull the shoulders down. These are called castanets, and it's to help work all those tendons in your hands and fingers and wrists. So what I'm gonna do is just move my pinky. I'm not a super good example of this because my other ones wanna move too. So basically I'm just moving my pinky to the middle of my palm and then taking it back out. You can see my other fingers want to go too. Just pinky. Good, now just that ring finger. Try to touch that palm. Keep pulling the shoulder blades down. Now my middle finger. And notice the difference between your sides. My right side's so much tighter. And then index finger. And then thumbs. And you're gonna spread the fingers wide, make fists, fingers wide, make fists, 1 more time, and then just shake them out. Now take those arms up over your head, down, sometimes too close, over your head, shoulders stay down your back, and same thing. So now this time you can't see the fingers, so it's gonna be a little bit different. And just don't let those shoulders creep up. Then ring finger. I swear when I can't see them, it almost feels tighter for me. Middle finger. So this would be good to do while you're working, taking a break. Index finger. If you're driving at a stop sign, you can stop and do a few castanets. And then thumb. Make your fists and shake those hands up. Fists and then shake them. Fists, shake them. Good. And then we're going to go behind our back. So reaching behind your back, hold those ribs in, don't let anything stick out. Pinky first. So this is usually a lot harder for people when you can't see them at all. And then ring finger. Keeping those shoulders down your back, middle, and then index, and then thumb. Good, spread them, and then make fists, spread them, make fists, 1 more time, spread them, make fists, and then shake them out. Good. And then go ahead and release those shoulders down. You can roll them back for a couple. Good. Then look over that right shoulder. Nod that chin. And we'll roll it all the way around. And we'll just finish that one. Then look over the left shoulder. Nod your chin. Roll toward that right side. And take it all the way around. And then back to that center. Inhale, reach those arms up nice and tall. Put the palms out, pull the shoulders down, keep pulling the shoulders down to pull those arms down by your sides. And one more time, inhale, reach it up. And then exhale, pull it all down. And you're all done. Thanks for coming today. Have a great day.